Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. We're here today, NX Newcastle, joined by a very special guest, good friend of mine, Schak. How you doing, bro?
How you doing, mate? Good to see you
All
again.
good, mate. Good to see you as well. It's been a while. We were here for the World Cup last year.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant show, and tell the people why we're here today. Obviously, you're back in tune.
Yeah. So I've got my own headline show, my first one where I've been able to pick the lineup. We've got a great venue as well. One thing I love about this building is it leaves you with many possibilities in terms of stage production because it's so big. But to be back on home soil, mate, it's such a pleasure. I've been obviously like travelling all over, so I wanted to finish off the year doing something really special and have a great time. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it's been, like, honestly, this year has been an absolute blast from being all over, obviously Australia, Europe, got America coming soon. But yeah, I'm so excited for this because, you know, it's always special to play at home. It's Newcastle, do you know what I mean? This is where I'm from. But like, there's something special about this place, and I'm sure you know exactly what that feeling is. Obviously,
Mate, there's nothing like it.
Nah.
Nothing like it. You'll see yourself when the event's on and everyone will have a buzz about the place. I'm sure it's a Christmas party, but there'll be loads of black and white tops there and all. You rep it all over the world, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm so pleased to see how well you're doing. Class to see someone from the region going all over Europe, all over the world, smashing it. Give people an idea of what's been like then for since the mad rise you've had, mate. It seems like it's happened overnight. I don't know if it feels that way for you.
I mean, well, it's been 11 months. Well, no, sorry, 11 months since I've been touring, but a year since my song came out. And, you know, seeing the support, mate, honestly, one of the most fascinating experiences I had was I was in Australia, right? I'm on the opposite side of the world. And I met this girl, and she was like, oh, my dad's from North Shields, and my mum's from the Philippines. This was in Melbourne. She's got a tune top on. I was like, what?
I remember you put on Instagram.
Yeah.
didn't you?
And I was like, mate, the support for like this city over there is massive. I played another city just off the Gold Coast, and when I turned up, the promoter was just like, oh, mate, there's loads of fucking Geordies here, mate. And I was just like, I turned round and there was like 15 people from Newcastle in the box with us. And another one was, I did a documentary ages ago when I was 15, right, on pier jumping, because they were trying to ban it at the time, right? And there was this young'un who was in the video, and I haven't seen him since then. And I turned round when I was playing, and he was like, do you remember me? And I looked at him and I was like I had to it took us a while to absorb it, but he was there. I haven't seen him since then, and I've met him again on the opposite side of the world.
Wow,
there was so many people from back home, mate. I met this couple who one was a jeweller and one was a nurse, and they were like, all like, we're from Whitley Bay. I've just come to support you. So, do you know what it is more than anything, Matty? It's one thing that I've learned is from travelling all over the world. The support we have is international, mate, and I was actually so surprised, mate, to see how many people would turn up. Like, mate, no matter where I go, there's always at least one tune fan who always turns up, mate. And like I was alluding to before when we were chatting earlier, I think one of the biggest polarising experience I had was in July when me, Ben and Patrick played at High, which is the #1 nightclub in the world in Ibiza. There was us three who were from North Shields. And then next door you had Christoph, who's from Long Benton. So there's 4 lads from Newcastle who were literally tune takeover in the #1 nightclub in the world. And then on top of that, I remember there was one point when I was playing, I could hear people shouting tune Black White Army, so I was cutting it and that, and everyone's just shouting this in the #1 nightclub in the world, mate. And it's like to see this all the special things that are happening in our city with the football and with the music going hand in hand. It's just created a movement. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not going to compare it directly to this, right? But in like in the 60s, you had like the flower power movement and that, and people just wanted to be in unity in that. And I get shown nothing but love, and I'm so grateful, mate, that obviously I come from where I do because it gave us my identity. And I feel a lot of people resonate with who we are. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can really relate. We're nice, friendly people, and they can just vibe with us, and I really like that, mate. And that's why I'm so grateful that I was born here.
I love to see your passion, mate, about your city, about you see you still rep the Newcastle shirt and stuff wherever you go. You're happy that there's people there in the crowd showing you love. You had that thing that came out a few months ago on social media, the whole Arsenal thing, load of bollocks, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Squash that now, load of shite. Like one of those things where people wear the different shirts in childhood or whatever. It's sad that someone's had to go on social media and find something from bloody 10, 15 years ago, innit? Because I was there, you played at St James Park, you were buzzing. I've talked to you way before you took off the whole Nana McKenna days, and you loved Newcastle then, you supported with then. It's It's a load of crap, man, isn't it?
Well, this is the thing though, mate. Like, nobody cared until I started being successful.
Exactly.
If I wasn't successful, nobody would have been attacking us like that. And it's just, people feel the need to do that. Like, I represent my city around the world, and I will do until the day that I die. And I'm proud to be where I'm from. But it's just, like I say, mate, we live in a world where people feel the need to act like that. But the best way I could epitomise it is, the world is already messed up enough as it is without you having to put your 2 cents in it. So if you're going to get up in the morning, just be nice to people. Do you know what I mean? We're trying to, what we are cultivating, which is a movement, spreading love and unity and trying to make the world a better place. Because let's face it, right now, mate, the world's the most unpredictable it's been since the Second World War. Do you know what I mean? And it's crazy. But yeah, like I say, that was it was ridiculous, mate. But like I say, I represent my city everywhere I go, and I always fucking will do. So
What I love, certain things that I get is when people say, oh, they're looking up to me, they want to be a YouTuber and stuff, and someone the other day was like doing a university thing on us, like a project on me, and that's just mad. And I'd love to see someone else, because you said we're relatable, you know, we both started from nothing, both just local lads from Newcastle. What advice would you give the people who are watching, who might be sitting at home, stuck in a job? I was stuck, mate, I've worked loads of crap jobs in my time, bars, call centres, a lot. What would your advice be to people who might look at you and just think, because what I like is that I say to people, if I can do it, you can do it.
absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? All I started with was a phone. We're still working with a phone right now. Might have upgraded the American phones and stuff, but and it may be the best phone you can get. Do you know what I mean? But it's still, there's nothing stopping someone picking up an iPhone and doing what I do, or trying to get a pair of decks and getting somewhere as this. So what would you say to people?
You can be anything you want to be. Don't let anybody ever tell you what you can and can't do. The human mind is nothing short of a miracle and magic. If you put your mind to it and believe it in your heart, you can do anything, honestly, but you have to believe it. And I think some people, you know, in this world that we're in, I think they can get overwhelmed and feels like they're just drowning in this, you know, bills, and overwhelmed with all the negativity in the world. You've got to keep on believing. Like I say, mate, you just mentioned that, you know, you've done shit jobs yourself. I've been there in the past. But like I say, you know, some people's lives are a lot worse than others. Do you know what I mean? But you have to believe it. And I think the best advice I could give is when it comes to picking what you want to do, you have to, what is it that you want to do with your life? Every day you get up, why are you waking up? Why are you here? Do you know what I mean? There's a reason and a purpose. You've got to find out where you're going. You need a destination. It's like, can you imagine like a cruise ship without a pilot? Where's the ship going? It needs a destination. Once you know where you're going, you've got your target, and you can work towards it, mate. And I never let anybody. I had loads of people who were like, "Oh," when I told them, mate. But guess what? I love this saying. I learned this a while ago. If people don't laugh at your dreams, you're not dreaming hard enough. And that's what I like, mate. And if you think, like some lad asked us, I played last week in Wales. He was like, "Can you give us some advice?" I was just like, "Well, where do you want to go? Because he was on about DJing. I went, "Well, where do you want to be?" And he went, "I don't know." I says, "Well, I can't help you then." I says, "You need to find out where you're going first." And he said, "As far as possible." I says, "Well, you're putting limitations on yourself straight away."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can do anything you want. The human mind is amazing. And some people might ask, well, if it's that simple, why don't people use their minds more? Exactly. Why don't you use your minds more? And the answer I've got for that is, the most valuable things were given to us for free at birth: your health, your mind, your body, your soul. Because it becomes its standard equipment, and because we put monetary value on everything, I don't think people value it enough. And I think they really underestimate what you can do if you put your mind to it, and you are what you think. So if you think you're a failure, then you're a failure. Do you know what I mean? And that's what make me, honestly, like, I'm so proud of you and how much you've blown up. I always love watching your content, and it's nice to see another working class lad who just loves doing what he's doing, and he's passionate. Do you know what I mean? And this is what we're here to do. And if I can, look, mate, I love being able to play music and, you know, play alongside some of the world's greatest artists. But if I can change someone's life and make it better, that is the ultimate gift. And that's what I strive towards doing every single day.
And you're doing that, you know what I mean? When you're playing these shows, you're making people's memories, man. People look back on their time in a beef farm 50 years' time, and be like, "Oh, I remember Schak, that would be amazing." And that's the best thing you can do, and things like that. But Jack, I wanted to talk quickly before we round things off. You mentioned it's like a movement in Newcastle. I feel the same way. I think in the next 5-10 years, this city's the place to be, because the football club's on the rise. I think the owners will be vesting in the area. Not just your fan zones that are getting built, that are obviously going to be brilliant, but everything else is going to be the way forward, and the North's finally getting some attention in it.
Mate, absolutely. And I think it's our time now. And I think, like, one thing that I love about the new owners, they care and they get it. They understand the passion that we have. And I've always said that, like, Newcastle, if it's given the right attention, that'll be one of the greatest places in the world. It's just been a very deprived area because it was pillaged in the 80s. We lost all our manufacturing industries, mate, and it's been a rough ride since then. But it's got a lot to offer, and we're really good people. And I like, this is why I mean what I say when I say that I think Newcastle is the greatest place in the world, because I truly believe it, because it gave us everything that I have, my identity, the way I talk. Do you know how much? The other day I was on a plane going to Jersey, and this one was like, "Are you a Scouser?" I was just like, no, I'm a Geordie. I said, but like, and I was talking to her about like where I come from, and I speak with passion and pride because I really, really mean it, and that's why there's so many things I want to do when I'm in a position, mate, like we were just touching on before, like giving advice to people. Eventually, mate, I want to build a community centre for the kids in North Shields, give back. And honestly, mate, you put a massive smile on my face before when you're talking about the NRG project, because I had a youth worker who commented on one of my videos who worked at a youth club that I MC'd at when I was younger. I used to go around North Tyneside. Went to Ravenswood, NRG, the Tit and Battle Hill. The Tit, and obviously Whitley Bay Youth Club, and then I went to Silks and Blythe. I used to go all over MCing, but these aren't there anymore. Nah. And it honestly breaks my heart that these kids don't have those things, because it gave me a lot of the tools. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I'm sitting here with you, because that's where I started my, working on my craft early on in my music career, because that's how I started out as an MC. And it's important to me to give those opportunities to the young'uns coming through. So that's what I want to do at some point, and give them a safe environment where they can be who they want to be. Do you know? And that's what means a lot to me. And I'm so proud to be from there, to be from Newcastle and come from here. And our future is incredibly bright. And it's like we were just touching on before. It's our time, and it's nice to see that, because it's our turn now. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just so grateful that it's happening, because it's made so many people happy. And it's just adding to the vibe of this city. Yeah. It was great before, but like now it's just like on steroids. So it's just amazing, mate. And I'm just so grateful to witness it. And I say this all the time to people: anyone who's alive now to witness what is happening, you truly are blessed, because it wasn't always this way.
Nah. My lass has just moved up. She comes to the games now. She's an adopted Geordie, and she always thinks we've been this good. And I like, she's sitting there phoning up. I'm like, you don't realise how bad it's been for the past 10, 15 years, how crap we were. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of kids who are growing up now are lucky to be in this and not even experience the Mike Ashley era. We're all going to finish on a football question. Shaq, you are on a football channel. Yeah. Can Newcastle win a cup this season? As we speak, we're still in the Carabao Cup. Not sure when this is going to go out. We've got the FA Cup in January, Champions League, Premier League was 6. We were at Box Park, Wembley in February. Unfortunately, we just fell short that day. Yeah. How long until we can bring some silver? Because imagine the streets of this city, man, if we brought a trophy home.
I think with Newcastle has no limitations. They can do anything. But I think injuries might play a factor. It just depends. I'm always going to be positive. So the best way I would round it up is why not? So let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. But either way, mate, like, everything's heading in the right direction, and I'm proud of everybody who's took part. And whilst, you know, we always want to see us win, I think we always have to remember where we've come from. And whilst we might not get an optimal result, just remember like where we've come from and how bad things actually used to be. But why not, mate? Why not? I hope they do soon. I think I honestly believe this in my heart, and people can check us on this, but I think it's only a matter of time. I do truly believe it's inevitable. Yeah. It's inevitable. Whether it's this season or not, who knows? But why not?
Nice one, mate. Nice one, right? It's been a pleasure, bro. I'm looking forward to the show in December. Make sure you check it out, people. Link for the tickets will be in the description. Follow Schak as well if you don't already. His Instagram will be in the bio as well. Take it easy, everyone. Drop a like on this one, subscribe, and see you on the next one.
Well,
nice one, mate.
Thank you very much.